We cutting loose.
All right, everybody, it's time for another episode of DWMOD. Eddie St. Clair back in the house. We got a lot to get to. Hope y'all enjoyed the vacation, the 4th of July, but we're back, baby. Talking about the World Cup. We're going to jump on some Red Wing talk, little Tiger talk, and some other surprises are in the mix here today, so let's get to it. College football is now B1G versus SEC. Down, hook. If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money. Ready? All Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. That's how it works, and we're back, baby. How was the break, my man?
It was good, man. It was nice. It was, it's summer. It's getting hot here, so here we are.
Yep. What'd you get into on the 4th, man?
It was one of the most relaxing 4ths I think I've ever had. It was just we just hung out at the house and we watched some fireworks. It felt like a New Year's Eve, really. Where you're like, I'm not doing anything.
Right. Just chilling.
Yeah, it was great. It was really.
Did you get a lot of fireworks over that way, or what?
Oh my gosh, yes, tons, man. It's a show. People go all out over here, even when they're not supposed to.
Yeah, I would think that would be like highly frowned upon with the area you're in, not giving away any locations, but near some prominent points where you probably shouldn't be lighting fireworks off.
Yeah. There was fires, last January, so everybody's a little nervous, but people don't care. They put them on the street. It just goes.
Just go, man. And then like the airplane's not an issue over there, huh?
No, they don't. They fly above it. They fly. I imagine taking a flight over LA at like 9 o'clock at night on 4th of July is pretty awesome.
Yeah, gotta be. A flight about 9 o'clock heading over Detroit on the 4th of July. Dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah, for sure.
Everybody's just shooting guns. I can remember just being at the firehouse and it's all you heard. It sounded like a war zone. You're just like, what's everyone doing? Just shooting guns in the air for?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Now I headed up, drove up to Detroit, headed out to my cousin's lake house, hung out with some of my cousins over there, man, went out on the boat for the fireworks, and everybody around the lake was popping off their own shows that were ridiculous. And we were just sitting in the middle of the lake. It was pretty sweet.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Get some pops in, some dogs, some burgers.
Oh yeah. We found some of those old, they're not old, but like they got the 50th anniversary Jaws can out for the 50th anniversary of the movie, that Nagasant or whatever. And it's the old cans like they're drinking down there in the boat. It was fun. It was fun. Got after a little bit. Had a good time. Good time was had, but now it's time to get back to business, brother. There is still some sports happening. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a slow time, but it's available.
Yeah, especially a great time to take a break last week with the All-Star game. Baseball's kind of on the shutdown. World Cup was like right in that quarterfinal range where you're like, let's just see who's in the semis and in the finals here. Kind of a lull. Speaking of baseball, buddy, the Major League Baseball at the break here on All Right Bet. Let's give out some numbers real quick here. At the break for All Right Bet, we are 370 wins, 264 losses.
Seems good to me.
Yeah, we're over 100 over 500 right now. You know what I mean? Right? So we're doing all right. Yeah. We're doing all right. You guys got to tune in, click, follow, subscribe, man. They're giving away the picks every single day. You guys know how it works. Let's jump a little World Cup, Andy. How dialed in have you been?
I've watched some. I've enjoyed it. It's great. I wish it happened every 2 years. It does a great job of like holding down the summer a little bit. But I've enjoyed it. It seems like we're getting 4 1 seeds in the Final Four here, and now we've got it. So we've got a good final match between Argentina and Spain.
Yeah, it's like Blue Bloods, like an old school UCLA Duke or some shit. Like you know what I mean? It's just like the Blue Bloods are in it. They're the best teams. They are in it. Let's talk a little bit about World Cup and soccer for a minute here up top. I'm not going to lie. Like I've been enjoying it. I've been tuning in. I never tune in unless it's World Cup. Then I'm tuning in for World Cup here. Andy, there are some problems with this game.
Yeah. Which one?
I mean, in general, the game of soccer or football.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but my God, outside of yesterday's, Argentina-England match, I'm finding a lot of these games just hard to watch. Just hard to watch. You thought the NBA was flop city. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's very difficult. It's because they show the replays, and it's like somebody will get barely brushed with like a cleat across the shin. Like, I mean, didn't even get touched really, and they will, like, someone shot them. They're down. I'm like,
yeah.
Are you having the same issues with it or what?
Well, I think that it, a little bit, but I guess I'm more, my mind is already wrapped around that's happening for soccer. I'm like, this is going to happen. So it's, I'm not a real soccer connoisseur. I just assume flopping is definitely a part of it. So I've just been like, okay, here we go. But it happens.
It happens like every couple minutes. And to me, it's brutal because it's a soccer broadcast. So like they're showing the replay of it because they have nothing else to do while the guy rolls around on the ground 4 minutes, not like pops up. He rolls around until they stop play. Then he continues to roll around as if he's dead. And then the referee will finally go over to him and be like, all right, my man, what's the deal here? You leaving the game or you're staying? I'm staying. And he jumps up and he's ready to play. To me, I was telling my wife, I feel like I'm watching Squid Games. Like they're just making all these guys play the soccer game, and there's randomly snipers in the audience, and they're just like, "Oh, he got one. That guy's down.
He's down.
Just got his ankle. He's back, babe.
Yeah, he's back. I would love for this World Cup to be like Squid Games. That would be fun, except for the dying part, right?
It feels like it. It feels like it sometimes. I'm having they need. Here's what I'm going to say, and you disagree with me or don't. They need some influence over in Europe from other sports. They have no other sports. The only other sport they have over there that's like universal and global is basketball. And it's kind of got the same issue. Yeah. All the flopping and the strategy of the flopping within basketball is if I flop and fall all the time, I will get foul calls. And if I get foul calls, the other team will get in foul trouble, which will lead to free throws for us down the stretch and maybe some of their good players being out of the game. Now, here's where I want you to disagree with me or don't, is like, I feel like it's kind of the same strategy with the soccer, right? Like they're doing it all game long just to try to draw yellow cards, because if they draw 2 yellow cards on a guy, he gets a red and he's gone for the game and they get a man advantage, right? I mean, that's the plan the whole way, or no?
Yeah, I think so. Right. And then he misses the next game. If he gets a red card, he misses the next game.
Yeah, he misses the next game too.
If they happen to win, they're like what happened with the Team USA and that awesome guy, I don't know his name, who trumped and supposedly jumped in and helped out. Yeah.
Cashed in his FIFA Peace Prize to get the guy back in the game.
We were losing as soon as that happened. I'm like, we're going to lose. We're going to get smoked.
Yeah.
But I mean, that seems to be part. I feel like all these sports, like contact sports, in some way, have a little bit. It happens in football, like guys are throwing arm. Like it's just to which degree, right? Soccer is a very high degree of flopping. Like basketball also a very high degree. They've learned, a little bit that way. Football has it to a lesser degree, but it still has it, but
it doesn't affect the game in the same way in football, right? Like that play can move you into better field position on that play. And it's not something you're constantly doing like every single down. Like if it was to be equated to football, it would have to be a thing where like, if a guy got 3 holding penalties, he's out of the game. So the whole first quarter, the defense is just throwing themselves all over the ground and rolling around till they get the guy out of the game. It would be brutal. You wouldn't want to watch it.
God, imagine that 3 holding penalties, you're out of the game. There'd be just nobody left.
Nobody left. Or if it like 3 PIs, guys would be flopping all over till they got them. That's why, that's the problem to me, is I think they need some influence from some other American sports as to how to better this game. And yes, I'm going to be an American and say that right now. And you guys, the soccer fans, can shit on me in the comments if I don't know what I'm watching. But here's my suggestion, Andy. I think they could eliminate a ton of that flopping if they just got rid of the 2 yellows is a red. You know what I mean? Like just get rid of that rule. Like you can get a yellow card right there and then they get possession of the ball, but you would get, those guys wouldn't be doing that all game long. Now you'd have to have a stipulation where you can still get a red card. Like a referee could be like, okay, my man, you've done it like 5 or 6 times in a row now. You're gone. He could kick a guy out whenever he wanted to. But let's get rid of the 2 yellows as a red and let them play. Make them play.
Yeah, I imagine it's a hard sport to officiate, right? I have no idea. Like, I don't watch enough soccer, but like those dudes diving at the legs, I'm like, is that a foul? Like, I have no idea what's a foul.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah, I've been watching it a lot with my wife, and you make a good point, because when you're watching, and I'm sure you've seen this too, they're grabbing the shit out of each other, like bear hugging, grabbing, throwing, pulling. Yeah. And, we're sitting here going, well, how is that? Why are they not calling any of that? And finally I was like, well, because the referee's eyes are strictly on the feet, because he has to see who touches the ball first, because if the other guy doesn't, and then they click legs, that's a foul. So it's like his eyes are down. He can't see all that.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah, that's a great point. I never thought about that. Yeah, it seems hard. I have no idea what they're doing. I'm like, I have no offsides is so confusing to me.
Yeah,
they're like, it's offsides is confusing to them. These guys are offsides all the time.
Yeah, and offsides in the box might be another rule they need to look at. Like, I think once the ball gets in the box, if you're not playing defense on a guy, he gets behind you, that's your ass. That's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Imagine if there was offsides like that in the NFL. It's like, as soon as he got past, the ball's still in his hand. You'd be you'd be a flag.
Ridiculous. But I honestly think if they just changed that 2 yellows as a red rule, guys would stop flopping. And here's my major problem with when I'm watching the games, and I think you're going to agree with me on this one. These guys just never play through any of the contact, and there's so many chances that it could turn into a big play, but they just stop and fall and flop down. Like, they'll have control of the ball. The guy didn't take it from them, and they're on a rush. And then they'll just flop down on the ground just because it's more important to try to get that yellow card early or something.
Yeah. It seems it. Yes, I agree with you for sure. I have no idea. I'm like, why? Just keep going. Just keep going, man.
Yeah. And if you watch Messi, now probably because he was always so little, he had to fight through all that contact. But if you watch him, he's not a big flopper. He's like they're banging and kicking it. He just keeps going. Like, boy, it's strange that he's the greatest and makes all these great plays because he just keeps playing.
Right. You know what I mean? Like, Messi also has like 7 bodyguards on that team. Like, you try to mix up with Messi, there's like 7 Argentinian dudes who are like, come over and we'll try to knock you down. Like, they don't let you mess with Messi. I love it. I love this idea.
Yeah. I'm like, play through contact. This is where my point comes in with, you need a little American influence in this game. Let's force them to play. No more flopping and rolling around. You're not going to benefit by getting a guy kicked out of the game. You're not. So just keep playing, because then once that's established and then they start playing through contact instead of flopping, boy, the game might get a little more exciting. You know what I mean? Keep playing. Don't stop. Keep playing. I think it would be more fun. I'm pulling my hair out sometimes. Like, there's 2 guys breaking in the net. They're wide open, and you went down to try to get a card.
We got to put you in charge of FIFA, that corrupt organization, FIFA.
First order of business. That peace prize is coming back.
Oh, yeah. Come on, give it back to us. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I can't watch Squid Games anymore, I don't think. Now, yesterday's game was fun. Did you watch Argentina?
Oh, yeah, it was a great game. Yeah, it was fun.
Unbelievable.
I mean, England had a shot. They had a shot.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little bit upset, but I was like, it was cool. It's cool for Messi. It's cool to see him, do something that's all time, he's an all time great. It was fun to watch. I did have myself a little parlay with, I took the American League as the dog to win outright in the All-Star game. They did. They were the underdog.
Yeah.
So that was plus money. And I had it paired with England and plus money. And boy, with 10 minutes left there, I was like, I'm going to cash this ticket for a good little payday here. And then goal.
Yeah, well, pretty much from the 70th minute on or so, it wasn't when, it was if, or not if, it was when those guys are going to score a goal, because like it was an all-out assault, and I was like, there's no way England's going to hold on here.
Yeah. Now, what was your take on the strategy there by the coach? You're a sports guy, so even though we're not soccer guys, for all you soccer people, like, these guys don't know what they're talking about. We're sports guys. So what was your take in that last 10, 15 minutes where you're watching the especially the last 10 minutes, the strategy of that English coach?
Well, it seemed like, and I don't know a lot about soccer, but it seemed like he went like what I would call a prevent defense, basically. And he just sit in. He just was like, we're going to grind this out 1-0. I just don't think you can beat Argentina that way. I don't think you beat them one. Like, they have scored. If you look through the 4 or 5 games, they've scored in like the 112th minute, the 92nd minute, the 112th minute. Like they have done this like 3 games in a row where they just keep coming, and they've been down or tied late in the game, and they find a way to score. So that strategy didn't seem like a great idea to me. I'm like, you're gonna have to get at it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm as glad you said that, because we agree on this, because I was thinking a parallel to your Kansas City Chiefs, right, with Patrick Mahomes when they're in their heyday like 2 years ago, and you're like, they will score on every single possession. When you're up late in the game, you can't sit back in a prevent defense and just hope they don't score. What's your best play as a coach right there is to do what? Hold the ball and keep Mahomes on the bench. Why would England not just keep playing the way they were playing and try to control the ball and pressure downfield and let Messi just walk around without the ball?
Yeah, that seemed like, it was strange. It was like, I was like, because it felt like for the last 25 minutes, like, was Argentina just on offense the whole time? I'm like, they
brought in, yeah.
It's like, they're just going to score at some point. Like, they're going to get one in.
They subbed in all their, like, I don't know what they call them, what the soccer term for it is, but they subbed in all their guys that are like big time pressure players. Like they get the ball and they attack, and they're in, and they brought them all in off the bench, all the young guys who are fresh to attack. And England's play right there was, we're going to bring our tall guys in and try to intercept some headers in the box. We'll just play in the box with a taller guy.
Right.
What?
Yeah. Right. And that Messi kick to go up 2-1, he put it right in the middle there. That thing was awesome. I'm like, how's he do that? How's he do that?
Right on that, guys. That's not an accident. Like, people that are watching that, like, well, it's lucky he's just centering it. He saw that guy and put it right on him.
It's incredible. I was like, how's he do this? Yeah. Messi is having a fun tourney.
I tell you what, I've become a big fan of his from watching him in the last World Cup and this World Cup. I don't watch a lot of soccer, but when I watch him play compared to all the other players, Andy, I'm with you. I'm like, I like this guy. He plays through the contact. He's not flopping and rolling around. He's attacking. He's scoring. Like, he's fun, man.
Yeah. No, he's good. He's had a great tournament. And I know he's probably the GOAT. I don't know enough about soccer to say who is, but it seems like he's going to win maybe a second World Cup. That seems like a pretty big deal.
Back to back, maybe. He's the all-time goal scorer. He's the all-time assist leader. And
he's not like he's been bad. It's not like he's been, it's not like he's Ronaldo who's wasn't very good. He's been still good. He's still been useful.
He's been phenomenal. He's been phenomenal. It's been fun to watch him do it, man. Like, little guy, sparky. I'm like, I don't know. He's just kind of been fun to watch during this whole tournament. I've become a bit of a fan. The moment between him and the guy Bellinger, that's the star for England at the half when England was winning. You saw it. He came up and talked a little shit to him. He was telling him, that's my favorite reaction, like, in sports. He didn't jaw back. He just looked at him and was like, what the fuck you talking about, man? And then the guy gave it to him a little more, and he just went, oh, okay. Yeah. Just pointed at him. Okay, I got your number here. Right. And then walked away, and then bam, win.
It's you don't want to pick on these guys who are awesome, right? They don't have to, Messi realizes he's got 1-2 more games max, so he might try a little harder.
Yeah, why would you go poke the bear?
No, don't want
to. Like, why would you walk up to Jordan after the half and you're up and be like, man, we got your number today, Mike. You ain't got it. Are you stupid?
Well, that was always the favorite thing of Jordan, where people, if you watch enough podcasts now, or these old ex-athletes talking, like, part of their scouting report was always like, don't talk to him. Just don't talk to him. And you're like, okay. Oh, yeah. It's kind of, you probably, some of the same should be applied to, like, Messi, the truly greats. You don't really want to talk to them.
Don't get them going, man. Let them have a day maybe where they're going through the motions. Don't get them going.
Yeah. Maybe they're tired. Just let them have it. Let them be tired.
Yeah, should be a great game. The final should be a great game. From what I know, Spain is an extremely defensive team. They didn't give up their first goal until the quarterfinals. It was the first time they gave up a goal in the tournament. And then I think they gave up 2 or something in the next game. But anyway, Spain really good defensively. Argentina really good on the attack. It should be a fun game, man.
Should be great. It's like best team versus best player. Those games are always kind of fun.
Yeah. What do you think the play here is for the first half of the World Cup final? Now, here's how the soccer gambling works for you guys that don't know. When you're betting the plus minus. It's some weird way where it's like split into halves. So you'll get plus a half goal in the first, plus a goal in second. Just don't even worry about that. You can take the goal. You can take them to win or lose, but it's in regulation, or you have to pick draw. So if it goes into extra time, you've lost your bet.
Right. I would probably pick, for me, I would take, I don't know who the dog is, but I'm just taking the dog in this one. That's what I don't think this is going to go to a draw. I mean, why would you? Argentina doesn't let it go to a draw. Like they don't, it's not going to be a 0-0 draw is what I'm guessing. Like they're going to score. People are going to score. So maybe it's 2-2, then that would be, but like, boy, if there's, once goals happen, I'm like, I hate my draw. If it's like, 1-1, maybe, but I think somebody's going to win 2-3, 3-2, 2-1, like something like that.
I think I'm going to play it just based on the odds here, Andy. I'm going to play it the other way of what you're saying. Here's why. I'll explain myself. The numbers for a draw in this game are going to be very high. It's going to be like plus 270, plus 3 something, I'm guessing. Yeah. I'm going to guess Spain is going to be the favorite. But it's going to be close. It's going to be a very marginal favorite. Yeah. There's two good teams. So here's what I'm going to bet's going to happen. I'm going to bet on it being 1-1 going into the plus time, which is just the minutes they add into regulation. And that's when everybody starts trying real hard, is when you get to the plus time. Right. I'm going to bet it's 1-1 in the plus time. And with Spain being so good defensively, they're going to weather Argentina's run in the plus time, and we're going to go into extra time. So if you just get through the plus time with the tie, you get the draw. I'm going to play the draw, bro.
I would also probably look to bet some double-digit guy. I don't know who it is, to score a goal.
Yeah.
Pick a guy, and then because like these kind of games, it's like a Super Bowl. It's like who's getting a touchdown. It's always Give me
Martinez. Give me Martinez from Argentina. That guy just seems to be in the box at 5'5" and heading it over everyone every game. How?
Have fun, put like $5 or $10, and then just pray that guy gets the goal, and then you win.
Yeah, just pray, pray. Well, we went long on World Cup, but fun. Enjoy the Squid Games. We probably won't see a lot of Squid Games in the final. I'm imagining these guys are probably going to play and get after it, but we'll see. Let's jump into some Crimes Against Sports, guys. Brought to you by our good friends at the Joyview Meat Market.
It's brought to you by the Joyview Meat Market. Don't go to the grocery store for those price gouge packaged proteins. That's not even a whole pound. Do yourself a favor and head over to Joyview Meat Market. This family's been serving the community since 1969. And they're serving the best cuts of beef, pork, and poultry. Not to mention the best fresh ground Polish kielbasa you'll find anywhere in Detroit. Smoked or fresh. That's the Joyview Meat Market right on Joy Road and Telegraph. Support the neighborhood and tell them Gordon sent you.
Tell them Gordon sent you, man. I had some over the 4th, buddy. Took it out to the barbecue. Bro, you can't. I'm telling you, one of these times when we're all going to get together bi-coastally here somewhere to do something, wherever it's at, I'm going to be bringing some of this stuff, and you guys are going to be like, what the fuck?
Oh, right.
You're going to be like, what the?
Do you get, when you tell them Gordon sent you, do they give you a little rebate? They give you like 5% off?
I think they probably should. I know they're familiar with what you're saying. Probably should. Let me talk to them. Let me talk to them.
Yeah. Like hashtag Gordon. Get you 5% off.
And when I say let me talk to him, I mean, let me talk to Gordon, because you see, Gordon is probably like best friends with the guys in the video that are making the sausage. You know, they have the same age.
Talk to Gordon for sure.
I'm going to talk to Gordon. All right, let's get into some Crimes Against Sports. Crimes Against Sports. Buddy, this week is a simple one. This is a real simple one this week. They're going to let this happen. They're going to let this happen, Andy. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What do you think?
I see you're wearing the jersey.
I see you got my Aaron Donald jersey out of the closet. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's, I think Donald's going to do something like 8 games, all home games in the playoffs. That's kind of what I think. I don't think he's going to.
Oh, you think he's going to take games off on the road and stuff?
Yeah, I do. That's what I mean, if I'm, I mean, it's, I do think that, why wouldn't he? I'd be like that way you could pay him less, get under the cap and whatever, I have no idea what their cap situation is, but like something like that. I think he's going to do something like that. 8 or 9 games at home.
I think you're not far off, I think it's going to be a situation where he is going to come in later. I think he's going to come into camp and take it real easy, and then probably sit out, first bunch of games and kind of just come back slowly. And then one game he'll get a few reps. I think you're right about that. But once he gets like one full game under his belt, he's too much of a competitor to come back the next day and be like, I'm sit the next one out. He's gonna be like, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, it's always been weird. I always thought with Donald, like he's staying in such great shape and like he's always lifting like 400 pounds. I'm like, that's not what retirement is. Like, who's doing that on retirement? Like he's always kind of staying ready. So I do think he's going to play, but I kind of think he's, for his own safety and, sanity, I think it's 8. I think it's just home games, but we'll see. You're probably right. You're probably going to play.
We'll see. I mean, they may need him on the road down the stretch to try to get that number 1 seed or something, but we're both kind of saying the same thing. He's going to play limited games, but once it gets rolling, he's going to be rolling. Who is going to be able to block these guys when they're both rolling toward the end of the year?
Nobody.
No. Nobody.
It's going to be terrifying. Also, if you look at the Rams' home schedule, they have a lot of good teams at home. That's the other reason I think that.
Yeah.
They play a lot of good teams at home. So that's why I think he's playing most home games. Chiefs, Bills,
I mean, you absolutely have to have a guy like Penei Sewell, a top 5 tackle that can like maybe line up against Garrett and be like, I'm going to stop him, 85% of the time. Right. He might get through for one, but I'll hold my own out here pretty decently if y'all can take Aaron Donald. We'll double Donald. It's your only hope is to double Donald. You got to get a one-on-one with Garrett, and who can do that? I'm not saying that's the plan because who can do it, but it's the only plan that would work,
Right. For sure. No doubt. It's going to be, good luck. Good luck. Yeah.
Good luck. Somebody's going to get really, really hurt. Somebody's going to get really, really hurt. All right, man, let's jump into some quick hits because, oh, my God, is it going to be fun to watch the Rams with Matt Stafford running that offense and this defense just murdering people. They're going to be fun to watch, man.
They're going to be great. I can't wait.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
All right, buddy, let's jump into a little open talk. British Open started this morning as we're recording. I haven't really looked at anything, been prepping for the show this morning. Let's just run down really quickly. Who did you lay money on? Who do you have?
Let's see. I'm going to look at it real quick.
Okay. While you're pulling yours up, I'll tell you who I got. I picked a few. The wife picked a few. We love golf. We'll have it on all weekend. I took Hatton at plus 2,200. Okay. I took Fitzy at plus 1,800.
Right.
And I also took Hovland at plus 2,800.
Yeah.
And I took Scotty at plus 750 just because you're not normally getting him at plus 750 and coming off of that, not making the cut. I thought he might be mad. I took it.
I had, these are the guys I liked. The quickest is Fitz, Scotty, Hatton, got her up, Rory, Rahm, Wyndham, Lowry, Reed, Schauffele, and Hovland. So I have a mere 2 or 3 of those guys. And I had like 4 super long shots. Siwoo, Tom Kim, Harmon, and Woodland, who shot up 8 over today. So.
Oh man. Well, that's what you get with long shots. So,
Yeah. A buddy of mine also at 36-1 told me to bet Bobby McIntyre, who's
okay.
3 under. So I got a little on that as well.
I almost jumped on Justin Rose, and then I thought, nah, and I backed off it. The wife took Kim. She likes Kim for the South Korean Kim.
Yeah.
And Lowry. So
yeah, I actually had Lowry in there as well as a person. I didn't bet Lowry. I have no idea what he's doing today. But it seems at first I thought, when I woke up this morning, I thought Scheffler was going to run away with it because he was like 3 under through 4 or 5 or 6. I was like,
oh, really?
But he slowed down. But right now, if I'm looking at the leaderboard, the wave's in full effect, which is like it's harder in the afternoon right now than easier in the morning.
Yeah.
But Morikawa, who fits a lot of good things about this course, is defying the odds, and he's currently like 3 under. He's moving up, but 3 under through 12 maybe or so. But Siwoo had a nice day. He's 2 under. Bobby Mack had a nice day. He's 3 under. Somehow Deschamps at 3 under. Right now Jackson Suber is at 5 under. He's your leader.
Man, I had Hatton. I took one day one leader. I took Hatton. What's he at right now?
I don't know what Hatton's doing. I haven't seen much of Hatton. A buddy of mine also liked Suber, and I was like, "There's no way I'm betting this Suber. I don't even know who he is."
Well, yeah, he should have.
He just texted me and let me know how wrong I was. Tom Kim's at even. That's good. I haven't seen Hatton.
I've seen Hatton. All right. Well, that didn't work out then, I guess.
Wyndham's at +1. Oberg's at +1.
Yeah, I stayed away from Oberg, man. I'm off of him right now. He seems to be a little bit of a head case, man.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick at +2. Like, I mean, I just knew. I just had a good feeling. Like everybody was betting Fitz, and I'm like, this is going to go so badly.
Yeah. His brother seems to be doing better. That everyone was saying his brother was a better bet. Probably should have bet that. Well, anyway, man.
By the way, Hatton finished -1 on the day, so not bad.
Okay. He's still in it. He's still in it. Okay. Very much so in a Lynx game. He's still in it. He's still the course. I've been reading that the course looks really rough. I mean, it looks brown.
Yeah, it seems bad. It seems like, right now, at least the morning wave is better than the afternoon wave. So you get those morning guys are going to be closer to the top.
All right. Well, we'll see how it turns out. I think you got plenty of names in there, man. I hope you hit something in there, man.
Well, it's going to be like some weirdo and I'll never win. And I'll be like, yep, perfect.
It's hard, but it makes it fun. You put $5 on about 4 or 5, maybe 6, 7, 8 guys, and you're $35, $40 in, and you have some beers and watch for the weekend. It's cheaper than going to the movies.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna ride with Bobby Mack. I think I'm gonna live bet him again. I'm gonna live bet Bobby Mack. Just gonna go for it. Just win.
Go for it, man. Go for it. I said bet your man Subaru to hold on the rest of the way.
Now I'm kind of rooting against him. I didn't bet him, so now I'm out on him.
Yeah, you got to root against him. You don't want to be rooting with your buddy. There's no chance. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, actually, not to jump the gun here, but
no way. There's no way. No way.
There is no way Andy St. Clair is going to jump on a bet and be like, "Hey, we're in it together now."
No way. He's on his own.
No way. I've done enough all right bets to know that you're going to be like, "No way. I hate that team. I'm rooting against them."
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Not doing it. Not doing it. All right, here we go. Last one here to quick hit. More than a couple of times on the show, we talked about my old friends from the neighborhood, Terry and Dave, their kid, Dom, who's coming through the major league pipeline. Just got done playing for the Miami Redhawks this year in the MAC. His last season was doing really, really well. Congrats, man. Boom. Got picked up by the Cubbies. Signed by the Cubbies.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah.
Pretty awesome. I know.
He's going to love
waiting for because he's going to get there. He's going to get there too. Seems like on his way, but he sat around, and I guess it didn't hear his name called, but you get signed immediately, and that's all you need. In baseball, that's all you need, man. Get me on the team, get me into the AAA or the summer league he'll be in right now, Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it done, Dom. Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job. Congrats, buddy.
Yeah, come on. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. One more shout out here that this one I found to be pretty cool as well from one of my old alma maters here. Drafted in the 7th round, pick number 211, Brian Carney out of Olivet University, little Division III school. Bam, he got drafted. That's pretty cool.
Seems great. I mean, he looks like he's a little bit of a pitcher there.
Yeah, he's a pitcher there. You see he's a little right-hander, and you can see he looks like he's about 14 years old.
It does. It does.
But look at his shoes. Look at that front shoe. It looks like it's a 27.
Yeah, it does. It looks like he's going to grow into it. Yeah.
And look at that ball in his hand. He looks like Andre the Giant's hand.
Yeah. He looks like he's not done growing, this kid.
Yeah. He's probably 6'9" and shit. I don't know. But good luck to him, man. I hope he does well. Who knows? Like what the closer for the Padres right now is a Division III guy, Miller, right? And I think so, he's the best closer in baseball. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So just one of those sports, man, where it doesn't matter. Division III, they'll find you if you can play.
That's the fun part about baseball drafts. It's like these high school and junior college kids. Like no other sport does that.
Yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. All right, well, let's jump into some No Way, and let's just start it right off where we're always starting off No Way until this thing is done, buddy. Dylan Larkin wants out of Detroit. You thought we forgot about it because of the break, Andy? No, we did not.
No,
we did not.
Buddy, no. I know you have some feelings about this, so you just cook it up.
Yeah. So they tried to get him to expand his list of teams that he wanted to be traded to. I believe he added a 4th team, which was also I can't even think off the top of my head who it was. but a ridiculous team who had nothing to offer and who is a competitor right now, and the close on their cap and the whole shot. Like, just, it's not, neither team could probably figure it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, just 2 days ago, I think just yesterday, Steve Yzerman has stepped down as the GM of the Detroit Red Wings. He's had enough. He's had enough, man.
Yeah, always weird when they do it after, a month or two after the season, not immediately.
Yeah,
it's a weird time.
There's no other way to take this than he is at odds with the organization as to how to handle this.
Right.
And from minute one, I have been on the same page as him. And I'm not defending Steve because of who he is in Hockey Town, and I'm blind because he's Steve Yzerman. I'm not. It hasn't gone well. I mean, just like, on the show when I was ragging Harbaugh when he stunk, I'm going to give him his flowers when it came due. But like Yzerman, go back to like 2 years ago on the show, I'm going, hey, man, this thing ain't working out that well, man. At what point do we cut ties here? I was on the record with that. Okay. I get that. So I wasn't defending Yzerman for that. I was defending Yzerman, as you know, because Larkin went about it all wrong, man. I wouldn't be hating on Dylan Larkin right now, Andy, had he just went to Yzerman in private and was like, hey, I'd like to be moved. And I would understand that, because disagree with me or don't here, Andy. He's coming off the gold medal. Wow, how much fun that was. Won the gold medal with those guys and stuff. And now he's looking at his career and he's like, I'm locked into 6 more years in Detroit. We haven't made the playoffs in 10 years. I'm pushing 30. He starts to see that blinking light in the corner of his eye of like, am I ever going to get to play in the playoffs? I mean, not a Stanley Cup, but just play in the playoffs. I would understand that. Keep it quiet. Keep it in-house. Maybe they shop him and trade him.
Right. Yeah.
It's not what he did. Not what he did. He went public and said, the team's not doing enough. They're not giving me enough. Yzerman hasn't made enough moves at the deadline to inspire me. We've been through it on the show. He went about it all wrong. And I approved of Steve Yzerman being like, hey, that's not how we're going to do business, buddy. And I'm not going to fuck the team just because you think you're a superstar, because you're not. You know what I mean? So no. I just couldn't get behind any of it. And now I'm in a place where I'm like, it just makes sense to me that Yzerman couldn't get a trade done because nothing was going to be good for us. And he was like, so we're just not doing it. You're going to come back and you're going to play. I'm not going to eat it. And I think the organization started pressing him of, trade this guy. We make something happen. And Steve was like, I'm not doing it. You do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to be the guy that dumped him for nothing. I'm already on the way out here. I'm not going to pile the rest of the trash in my can and take it with me. You do that bullshit if you want to. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem that way, right? It seems like that's how it seems like that. It seems like there's a disagreement between Yzerman and the others in Detroit. So he got out.
Right.
So he got out.
Yeah. Would you do the same? I mean, if I was Yzerman, I'd be like, whoa. With like 20 games to go, I had this team in first place. So let's not talk about how I couldn't put a team together. We're in first place with 20 games to go. No major injuries. You guys collapsed. This thing fell apart. And now y'all want to panic and just tear it down and have a fire sale because this guy wants out. I'm not going to do it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, he just clearly didn't want to do a rebuild. He's like, he had already, Yzerman had already been a part of that. Didn't want to do it. Being what his position was, GM or whatever he was, like, it's a hard position, like it's stressful. Yeah. And he was probably like, I'll leave and I'll have people remember me as Yzerman, the player, eat for free. I'll do that. That's more enjoyable than this.
Yeah. And you can't shit on him as a GM because he went down to the Tampa Bay Lightning when they weren't about shit and took them to a couple of finals, won some cups. I mean, he knew what he was doing. Yeah. You can't shit on him for that. To me, that's it, man. Don't dump the kid for nothing. Make him come back, strip the C, and make him play with no C and go into the deadline next year and see who wants to make a move to try to come and get him then. That's how you get the max value for him. And you don't owe him shit. He signed his contract and he's been a loudmouth. You don't owe him shit.
Right. No, he signed the contract. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Not to mention, like, Andy, it's hair-pullingly frustrating that he's like, I want to be traded and I want to be traded to one of these 4 teams and that's it. That's right. And it's like, you're like a little fucking brat in the corner, man. You don't even understand those trades aren't plausible. Right. Some of those teams don't have the cap room and they don't have anything to offer us. We made an offer to, I think, I want to think maybe it was Dallas or somebody, and they had some young stars and they're like, hey, look, we want one of your young stars and we'll work the rest of the trade out. And they were like, we're not giving you any of our young stars. We're trying to put him with our young stars. So we're like, what do you want us to do? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just
this is going to bother you until a decision is made, until somebody apologizes or gets traded.
Now, and listen, I will be happy enough to just watch him take the ice in the first game with no C on that jersey and eat that shit sandwich in front of, I'm going to say Joe Louis crowd, but Little Caesars Arena crowd, and watch him skate out there with no C and everybody fucking boo him in his own hometown because you deserve it. Yeah, you deserve it, man.
No way. There's no way. No way.
All right, we're moving off that. We're moving off that, buddy. So, hey, let's get into some Knock It Off. So have a little fun with Knock It Off before we get out of here. But Knock It Off is brought to us by the official beer choice of the DWMOD podcast. That's Kong's favorite, baby. It's Old English 800. World Cup finals. You got some British Open, and I'll be having a few of these. I know you will too.
Brass monkey, that funky monkey. Brass monkey, chunky.
I got him in the fridge right now. You ready
to go? You got him going. Ready to go.
We're ready to go. All right, let's jump into some Knock It Off. Did you watch the Home Run Derby?
I didn't watch it. I know it's on Netflix. I had a feeling it was going to be trash, so I avoided it and didn't watch it.
There you go.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
And it's too bad, too, Andy, because they fixed it. They kind of did fix it the way that they did the tournament this year. You only got 20 swings. There wasn't like 10 minutes and we'll let them all just pat themselves down and everyone can run out and they'll have their little talk about the swings. And I thought that was fun. That was boring as hell. Mm-hmm. So they switched it this year. It moved a lot quicker. It was a lot more fun. But Netflix broadcast up top, I'm sure you've seen on the internet, everybody was dogging how bad the commentary was and it was brutal.
Yeah.
It was Will Ferrell and Luke Wilson, I think. I had no idea. I swear to God, we're watching it, and these guys are coming out, and they're just talking about what's his name, Walker from St. Louis, and they're like, oh, he's 6'7", and then the commentator, who I didn't know at the time was Will Ferrell's like, yeah, I have it on good information that they drafted this guy just to change the light bulbs in the dugout in the locker room or something. And then the other guy said another terrible joke. And I looked at my wife and I go, why are they letting baseball guys get on here and try to be comedians? This is fucking awful. And the bad dad jokes kept coming. It was awful. And then they're like, oh, that's Will Ferrell and Luke Wilson for you guys there. And I was like, what?
I didn't even know, to be honest. I didn't know.
It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was bad. The coverage was bad. The commentary was terrible. It was awful. Enough of this selling these things to these other networks that can't do it. We got to be done with this.
Yeah,
got it.
Sure.
All right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
All right, let's get into one more little Detroit. Not a rant here, but this is a bigger story than just a Detroit story, though. Everybody's familiar with this. Everybody's in the Skubal trade market right now. Sure. They are. So following what's going on with this right now, have you seen the latest statements from Skubal?
No. Is he back or is he ready to
go? He's been back. He started a bunch of
back in why I want to stay. That's what I mean.
Correct. So at first it was, I'm not signing anything. Don't even make me an offer unless it's $500 million for 10 years, which is absurd. Right. And they didn't offer it to him. I turned down everything we offered him and said, no, I'm going into free agency. Don't even talk to me. Then it turned into, I want to be traded. Then it turned into, well, I want to stay. Now it's, I want to stay and I want to stay in Detroit. Now he's completely changed it to, I want to stay in Detroit. I want to sign my contract to stay here. And I want us to be buyers at the deadline. I think we can make a World Series run.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Bro, how disingenuous. At what point do you realize you sound like an asshole?
Well, what's Detroit, 6.5 out? They're not that far out in the, in the standing.
They're that far out of a wild card, but
they're 6.5 out of the division, right?
Yeah, 6.5 out of the division. So probably more.
They're 3.5 of the wild card.
Are they 3.5?
Yeah. So I'm like, they have a shot, right? Like he's not wrong in that idea, right? Like I'll stay. You get to a couple guys, bring some dudes in. Team's pretty young. Team's pretty good. Same team last year that was pretty good.
Let me explain where it's coming from, though, to everybody who kind of doesn't understand that he's not just had a change of heart and he's in it with the boys now. Here's what's coming down the pipeline, and his agent who you're familiar with, Scott Boras, who has been telling everybody for years, we're leaving Detroit. Somebody's got to give us $500 million, blah, 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 blah. Now they're starting to find out that the talks this winter that are going to lead to a shutdown, here's what's coming. Here's what's coming. Okay. They're going to get a hard salary cap set at $245 million per team. Okay. Now, the thing I do like about this as a quick sidebar is they're setting a salary floor as well. So no more of these teams that just won't spend. You got to spend at least 170. You're going to be penalized, but you can only spend 254. Okay. Which breaks down to free agency working like this. This is what's coming down the pipeline. You can see it on the screen here. If you leave for a new team, you can only sign for 5 years, and you can only sign for 15% of their total cap, the 254 million, right? And if you stay with your team, you can do 6 years at 16%. So just to break the numbers down quickly for you guys there, that means if he leaves for another team now, he can only get 5 years, 180 million. That's a lot less than that 500 million he was going to get. And if he stays with the team, if he stays with the Tigers, he could do 16%, whatever. He can do 40 million for 196.
Right.
So now all of a sudden he's like, boy, I want to stay. And this last point I'll make, and then I'll turn it to you. This all coming with him knowing he's on a clock. He's had that arm trashed twice. He's been out almost his whole damn career. The last 2 years he pitched and did what? Come back this year, another elbow issue. He's out. He's been back from the elbow surgery and pitching where he normally wouldn't be because he's trying to get that contract. Hasn't been doing that well, but getting hit a little better, more than normal, been losing games. This dude sees quickly here. I need to get this 196 million because I'm not going to be pitching in a year and a half. My arm's toast.
I think I agree with you. I think ultimately especially, I don't know on the arm is toast, but especially on the idea that he knows he's going to make the most money he can. So he's like, fuck it, I got to stay here now. So, this is why I think that baseball strike is going to be, I do not expect baseball next year. That's my general theory.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's going to be shut down, or you're going to see them go, we're going to play with scabs or something by the All-Star break or something. If you guys don't want to play, we'll bring up I don't know how it works with the minor leaguers if they're involved and can't cross that line. I won't pretend to know. I don't know that. But you're not going to have baseball because these guys aren't going to go for this, but baseball needs this desperately.
Yeah, for sure.
We desperately need this. Every single team like the Dodgers and the Yankees have put off so much payroll into the year 3015 that there's major bankruptcies coming for every single team down the line here. Eventually we have to stop.
Yep. I agree.
They have to. So the Tigers given Framber that 3-year deal when Skubal wouldn't talk because Boras wouldn't talk. Well, they gave Valdez the 3-year, $115 million deal. That's not looking like a bad deal right now for Scoobs because he probably was going to get like 150 over 3. And he was like, nah. Yeah. Now you're going to have to do 6 for 196, bro. You lost a bunch of money listening to Boras.
For sure. Or yes, he should have traded him last year, 2 years ago, whatever it was. They should have got rid of him. For him, for his sake.
For me, I'm in the same boat. Disagree with me or don't. Got to move him at the deadline. We're not buyers. You have to move Skubal, get some pieces, and go into next year. You got to.
Yeah, I mean, you got to see what the next 3-4 weeks look like, right, before the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Like if the Tigers are like a game back and they trade Skubal, you're going to lose your mind.
We've got some other pitchers that are pitching well right now, right? So you get into a playoff scenario, you need 3 starters. We've got 3 guys that are doing okay right now. I don't think we're a World Series roster right now. I don't. So I think even if we're 2 games back of the deadline, I'm not keeping him and becoming a buyer and trading farm pieces that we need. We've been developing. And then the back end of that, Andy, right, is, and then you got to sign Skubal to the 6-year 196. We'll eat that fucking contract. He ain't, you mark my words, in 2 years, that guy will be getting delegated, his arms falling off. I'm telling you, he's almost done. I'm not paying him.
Right. No, that's the definite worry about Skubal for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Right. If you're the GM, what would you do at the deadline? Because I'm an insider, you're an outsider, so your opinion I value.
Well, I would say first I'd be like, who's really the best team in the American League, right? Like the Yankees, the Blue Jays, like those guys, but they're very beatable. It's not the NL. The NL is to me clearly the better league, right, of teams. So if we get on a roll, we get close to the top, or maybe even like our division is gettable. We've been bad, and we're 6 games out. We're 3.5 out of the wild card. Like I would, it would just be if we're in it come mid-August, late August, I'm probably going for it. I'm probably keeping him. If we're 9 games out, 10 games out, then I'm probably trading him. Unless somebody can blow me away with a good offer.
That's the thing. Milwaukee seems to be very interested, and they've got some of the best prospects in the pipeline to offer. They have the number 1 prospect. They're not going to give us him, but they've got a lot of other really good pieces that we could pick up and then go get some pitching in free agency next year and come back and make a real run. Because even if you get into the playoffs this year, Andy, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Right. But again, it's like who's good in the playoffs in the American League? Like those 2 teams, Yankees, Rays, and maybe you miss out, and then you're
Rays. I would look at the Rays alone and go, we can't beat them. We cannot beat them. They have a staff full of aces, a great back end in the bullpen. They don't let you come back on them. They've got hitters. They got Caminero is a bomber. He's 22 years old. We're not beating them. We're not beating them. I don't know. To me, I just wouldn't do it. And I know I'd have a lot of hate from a lot of people in Detroit, and they'd want to fire my ass as the GM, and I wouldn't care. I'd be like, come talk to me next year. Come talk to me next year. Because if I do this now, you're going to want my ass next year when Skubal's on the DL. We got nothing for him. We sold all our prospects for guys we rented who are leaving next year. No way.
Yeah.
No way. I'm out on that. All
right, everyone. Time to do me a favor and knock it off.
That's all I got. That's all I got on the Skubal thing and the Larkin thing. I know I get fired up about it, buddy, but they're my teams, man. They're my teams.
These guys are going to be on every week until something happens.
Until something happens. How you feeling about the Royals right now on the way out of here?
I'm not too dialed in. They can't hit, but we knew this in like May. They got to find some hitting. So
yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I thought they found it, brother, because I've been following them because I think they have the pieces and it's just not going together the right way. Like pitching's been decent. Bullpen, I thought was going to be a little better, but it's not bad. They've been fine. Right. A couple of weeks ago, for like a week-long stretch, maybe a 10-game stretch, they were scoring runs. I think they scored 20 runs in a game one time, 11, 12, 13. I was like, here we go. And then right back to 0. We're
about like 2 to 3 years away from me having the exact same rant you did, but with Bobby Witt, where I'm like, we got to trade him. Like, we have to trade him. Like, we can't keep siding this dude. So
yeah, probably. You're probably right. You're probably right. All right, man. So you gave us your prediction. You didn't give us your prediction on World Cup. Well, who are you taking? Who's going to win?
I'm going to take Spain.
You're going to take Spain?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Spain too, man. But like, God damn, Argentina just keeps coming back. But I think it's going to be Spain. I'm going to be with you. We're going to agree, which means we're both going to be wrong.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I did one World Cup pool, like picking each game and the groups and everything. And the only thing I did right, I mean, I picked the favorites. It wasn't crazy. But I did pick Spain to win. So I'm going to hold there, which I think Spain was the betting favorite. So I was just like,
France. I think France was. I think so. You're going to make more money. I think you made a good choice. I think you got like the second or third team on the list.
So I got that.
Yeah. I think you're getting some good plus money on that. Probably plus 600 or something to win it.
I think it's 4 or 5. So
was it? Okay, because I put money on France when they were the top dog, and I think it was 450 or 5. So they might have been pretty close. Yeah. All right. Well, good luck to them. We'll see how it goes this weekend, man. That's all I got, brother. Anything sports world that's on your mind right now?
The new season of Quarterback dropped on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Which is Cam Ward, Baker Mayfield, Flacco, and somebody else. I can't remember. But Baker's kind of fun. I've kind of watched it 1 or 2.
Sure.
Baker's fun. So there's another quarterback. I don't remember who it is, but it's those 4 guys. 3 of the 4. And it's the quarterback's always good. Give it a watch. It's fun.
All right. I'm gonna give that a rip. I know a friend of the show, Anthony Finelli, is a huge fan of that quarterback show. So I'll give that a shot. We'll check it out, man. All right. Well, that's it for this week, guys. That's all we got. We'll be back next week. Next week. See what kind of moves have been made with Larkin and Skubal,
the Larkin Skubal update.
Yeah, every week. I'm just gonna have to cram them both into no way.
I like and also I like that with Larkin. You always like strip the C. You always want to strip the C.
Strip the C. He can't come back in that locker room and be the captain. He cannot.
I love it.
He cannot. There's no chance. How could you do it, Andy? I mean, honestly, like, put our GM hats on just for a second here. How could you walk that guy back into the locker room next year after degrading the team in the public, degrading the organization, the front office in the public, and demanding this trade, and then walk him in there and go, guys, just forget about all that. This guy's your leader. Let's look up to him. He's taken us nowhere in the last 7 years.
I hope he says that. He's taking us nowhere in the last 7 years. We're stripping the C.
Listen, we understand. That's what I would say. I go, guys, I just want you to understand. Look, we get it. He's been like in the top 60 of scoring the last couple seasons, which isn't bad. Hasn't gotten us to the playoffs, fell apart twice under his watch, but just forget all those bad things he said. He's the leader around here. We need you guys to like really rally around him.
Yeah. I like totally honest coach / GM. Like he's in top 60, which is fine.
Yeah, he's top 60 in points and goals and stuff, man. What do you want? I mean, come on, guys. What do you want? You want him to do better than that?
That's as good as he can do. He's trying hard. What do you want me to tell you?
He's trying hard. You guys should really follow his lead. You know what I mean? If I was sitting in that locker room, I'd be like, oh, hey, yo, I want to trade too. This organization's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'd be like, get me out of here. Is this the Cleveland Browns? Did I walk in the wrong locker room or what?
It sucks. I'm out. I don't want to be here.
No chance. All right, brother. We'll see you next time, man.
We cutting loose.
Touchdown. Ready?
College football is now B1G versus SEC.
Down. Put.
If you ain't listening to All Right Bet with me and Andy St. Clair, you're throwing away money.
Ready?
All Lions fans drinking that Kool-Aid. Super Bowl. Hey, disagree with me or don't. That's how it works. I'm out on that. I'm fucking out on that.
We cutting loose.